Hello, beautiful Capricorn. This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your March 2018 Soul Tarot reading. For all the returning viewers and subscribers, welcome back. I'm very excited to speak with you this month. There is a deep continuation of the journey you were on last month. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's wonderful to meet all the new folks who are arriving here. I use the beautiful Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck developed by Caitlin Matthews. What you are seeing is the card spread from last month, and my spirit guides, as you know, have been pushing me to start with the cards, and I've decided to do my best to get the readings down to a more manageable length. So going forward, I'm going to load up the cards from last month, do a little bit of a review, and then we'll jump into the current month so that you can see in real time the transition that is happening for you. Let me toggle over and say hello. Hey, everybody. I have really just one announcement this month. My website is up. You can go check it out. It is moonrisecottagesoultarot.com. Going forward from here, all the information about personal readings that has been below the videos is replaced with the link to the website. You can go and look at all the things that are available, the live stream subscription, subscribing to YouTube you can do from the website. The personal readings are all there under one tab. You can just click on it. It'll open up, show you everything that's available. There is information and booking for couples readings, and Spirit saying any people that want to know about their joint destiny. It doesn't have to be romantic. Spirit saying interlude. So, siblings and parents and children, friends, etc. Distance healing is there. I'm so pleased with the way this website has come out. It's really beautiful. There is a spot for testimonials, so if you've had a reading, I'd appreciate you putting a few words there just to help other people who want to maybe get a little information about what is that experience like when you have a soul tarot reading about your own destiny. And you'll be able to click on your choice. It'll take you to my calendar. You can see the spots that are available. All readings are done in New York City time zone. You can choose your spot. It'll take you to PayPal. You can make your reservation. You will get a confirmation email so you know it's on the books. And then the day before your reading, you will get a reminder. I'm really excited about it. Let's jump right into the cards. In February, there was a great shift on a very quiet basis. There was a lot of movement. The spirit card that came over the top was about the elopement of skill, the joining of the yin-yang energy. Spirit's been talking this month about the constellation Cygnus. So I put some videos on the playlist this month. Check them out. This couple over the top, the elopement of skill. It's the second card, if you're new, from the right. That is the spirit theme. There's a story about a couple who had to go through a great mystical transformation in order to join their energy together. When they did that, they were in a banquet hall, they ran to the giant stone fireplace and arose through the smoke hole, turned into swans, and flew away. And, pardon me, Spirit's talking a lot about the swan constellation of Cygnus. So that's there just for you to understand a little bit more about this journey and how it relates to the things that happened during the change of the seasons. Spirit's talking a lot about that as well this month, and actually the first couple months. We're all being told that this journey for 2018 is going to have a particular theme, and I think what's coming forward is that the theme in each quarter of the year is going to have its own particular purpose. There was a great healing. Standing next to the elopement of skill is a major arcana card, to the left of the elopement of skill. That is the renewer of devotion. This reading coming forward speaks to both of these notions and the continuation of that journey. Spirit was asking you on the bottom row of cards to be in sacred dialogue. The first card is a dialogue of art. in order to move your energy forward. So the card sitting next to the dialogue of art is the mover of energy. And that movement was delivering you into a sacred quest, a quest for knowledge. The bridge card, which is on the far left in the center road, that's interesting. Spirit's talking about the center of the road. So that is the beautiful Queen of Battle, a shamaness, here to guide the core of this reading forward. Very aligned with the mystical realm, and standing above her is the spinner of growth. With her energy, that mystical energy of the shamaness, bringing you into a place, because of the sacred dialogue on the bottom, some discussion about the swirl of energy. And we see it in both cards on the top row. The first two cards are both major arcana cards. It's about the shift and change, the seeds of new growth based on the journey that you're having going forward, and how that is going to bring to you a great balancing of your energy and your devotion. Look at the middle column, vertical column. On the bottom, we have the mover. And in the middle, the beautiful renewer of devotion, and bringing as an outcome, in a sense, balance. Being able to stand in the swirl of energy in the mystical realm. Having come to this place of stillness. So there was a lot of chatter about standing in a quiet moment in your life as the beautiful judgment of battle, the last card in the spirit realm, speaks to. Becoming victorious through an intense battle and taking some time to just assimilate where you've been, where it has brought you, the energy that swirls around you in this moment, in order to understand your progress and your history and your future, Spirit says. And the outcome, a beautiful courtship. Standing next to the courtship that is spoken about in the elopement of skill. I talked a lot about the movement of male energy and the alignment, the needed alignment of male energy to the sacred feminine. So we see that in the center row of cards as the core of the reading. Here are the cards for March. So just take a quick look, and we're going to go through point by point. Having this notation of bonding and arising and release and freedom that comes in the transition that couple experienced. Now the spirit card in this reading is the beautiful adventure of art. This is about the shift and change of your destiny that Spirit was speaking about last month. The beautiful adventure of art is aligned with the triple spiral of shift and change. We see the sacred poet who had to travel after a battle. The instrument was stolen. He had to go under cloak of night into the mystery realm, Spirit says, and sing the songs and chant the sacred vibration that came through the poetry of his song, and cause this instrument to rise through the air and float back to him. And he was successful. So with this progression from last month, we see that once you arose, released yourself into the Cygnus energy, Spirit is saying, of course the next step is the continuation of the turning of the spiral of destiny through a beautiful adventure, an artful adventure. Quite lovely. Standing next to that, I love this card. Given everything we talked about last month, about the shift and change in your devotion, and the way your alignment continues to evolve into the place it is meant to be, the card that indicates your energy under the light and the information of the adventure of art is the beautiful lover of devotion, whose devotion and abundance comes from the heart chakra. And there's the beautiful feminine energy. This young woman had choices. She had to decide which way her life was going to be, which road she was going to travel. And that's the story about your movement last month and where you have transitioned your energy and your knowledge, Spirit is saying. Standing in this moment, another quiet moment, where you just stand, having been transformed, having your devotion deepened and come into a central place. You ponder your options and you decide to what you are going to dedicate your devotion. It's a beautiful story for a Capricorn, given everything that has come out, as I was saying last month. The next step, after this dialogue with Spirit last month about the shift and change of the energy, and let me put those cards back up there. There was a lot of discussion. The shamaness was there, a lot of swirl of energy about the movement and the destiny that was coming forward for you. And this month, in the same placement on the bottom row, left-hand side, the first card on the human realm, there is revelation. That card indicates having made a significant shift and change within one lifetime. That which is being revealed to you is knowledge about all the things that Spirit's been talking with you about. This warrior lived many years past a normal human lifetime, and in the end of his human days, he began to shift and change. Elk indicates having stamina for the long journey. And certainly you have been on a long journey, and you've come across the waters, transformed in this way. Because of the nature of the journey, much has been revealed to you, Capricorn. And if you think about everything that came out last year and through the days of the solstice, I'm very gratified to see this here. It's incredibly beautiful, and it is setting the tone for your human walk. Next to that is the beautiful foundation of knowledge that has been, Spirit's talking about assimilating. Having had that revelation, you have assimilated this knowledge into the core of your being. That's why we're seeing it on the human walk. It's not something that's happening on the soul level to help you move forward. It is something that has arrived, Spirit says. A new foundation. Standing on the knowledge that you have been given. Beautiful feminine energy, standing aligned with the sacred masculine. It's a fertile moment of shift and change and more growth from this perspective. I love that it's coming here for you. And interestingly enough, we see the quest of knowledge. When you take this journey this month and you have this assimilation of the knowledge that is being revealed to you about your devotion, about which way you will take your journey as you go forward, you enter a new courtship. And last month, the theme of the reading was all about that type of courtship. And you know what? I misspoke. That's the courtship of knowledge. Forgive me. Here's the card. Again, we see the alignment of sacred male energy with the mystical realm, the sacred, offering gifts, falling to your knees because of the revelation of knowledge and that which you understand now. Because of this foundation, you enter a new courtship with yourself, with the mystical realm, and Spirit's talking about mastering and utilizing the sacred male energy. It's a beautiful notation for this journey that you're having. And again, last month, we were talking about the joining. And this month, in the bridge card, we see the beautiful mingler of energy, carrying that notion forward to its next place of development in this way, in order to mingle those things together for you. This is a major arcana card. The sacred goddess of alchemy has her full attention on your journey. She is assisting you in this way. As you progress, Spirit wants you to know there is a process of alchemy that has to do with your being and your destiny. It's beautiful. And do you see the portal in the bottom of the card? That is the energy that arises into the heavens, if you will, from the efforts that you are making on this realm. Very deeply connected. Above that, because of the revelation of knowledge on the human realm and the mingling of this energy that is taking place as you begin to come, okay, Spirit's saying, come into the realm of Cygnus. It's interesting. The very first card on the spirit realm is a prophecy. That is the augury of art. Okay, Spirit's telling me to hold this up so that it's really clear to you about the shift and change in the progress, the progression of the energy. Okay, so this is about the beginning of happiness. This is about the ability, a very new place of learning how to manifest happiness, tranquility, joy, abundance. And I love that we see the notion of the vessel. Let me transition back to last month. The card that indicated you last month was the renewer of devotion. And here you are this month, standing before this beautiful cauldron in the sacred water Spirit's talking about. Understanding your destiny and manifesting it because you now have the ability to do so. The other thing I love about this, and one of my subscribers made this notation several months back about Capricorn as the sea goat and your relationship to water and the water element, an element that has everything to do with shift and change and a cyclical nature. So Spirit's telling me, okay, so the message that's coming through is go and look, just for your own edification, that's the word that's coming through, go and look at some of the readings for any of the water signs, whatever you feel attracted to. Trust that. There's going to be a lot of intuition going forward from these moments. So there's something about the water element readings. There's information in there for you, apparently. So speaking about the manifestation, the augury of art, the artful way of creating your life going forward, manifesting your desires, standing right next to that is the woman of skill. It's a little bit mind-blowing. There she is. I'm going to try to do this without it being in front of my face, but it never ends up clear enough. So there she is, highly activated, standing in the mystical realm. Spirit's talking about the column, so I'll toggle over in a minute. This woman, her skill set is that she is able to grasp the sacred spool of destiny and wind the threads of destiny around the tower of inspiration. It's a beautiful, beautiful notation. And Spirit's talking about wanting to have a lot of clarity for you about the movement of this energy as compared to what was happening last month, the continuation. So Spirit's talking about the column. Look at the center column of cards on the earthly realm, on the bottom, supporting all, Spirit says, your human efforts, this new foundation of knowledge that has been revealed to you. And that energy being aligned with the lover of devotion who chooses her pathway going forward. And above that, the sacred woman of skill, winding the threads of her own destiny. And Capricorn, if ever there was a beautiful message for any of the astrological signs, this for you is deeply gratifying for me as a reader to see, given everything that you went through in the past number of years with Capricorn having Pluto stationed in your first house. The other thing that Spirit's talking about in the background is the fact that Saturn apparently has moved into Capricorn. So you folks are the best taskmasters that exist. And Spirit is telling me that Saturn has moved into your sign in these days in order to help you be very exacting, which is what you love anyway, to wind the threads of your destiny now and give you the accompaniment and the assistance that you need to make sure that this new foundation that you're standing upon, this foundation of knowledge, brings to you and brings forward this prophecy about the augury of art and the spinning of your own destiny by your own hand. And that's Spirit's talking about. That's what Saturn is all about. I'm not an astrologer. I don't know if that's factually true, but we understand enough information about what it means to have Saturn traveling with you along with Pluto. And last year I started talking about we're coming into 2018. We're going to begin the rebuilding phase. And certainly we see it here. Standing next to the woman of skill is another prophecy that is a beautiful notation about the beginning of a certain type of skill set. And there's the young warrior having been transformed, once again, open from the will center all the way up. And what I love about this for you, look how wild he looks, right? Kind of unruly, kind of untamed. I've been talking, Spirit's been talking about the male energy set point. And here you are in this new place that's been prophesied, able to send your intentions outward and to have a new place of learning. Spirit's talking about the reading from December, where there was a notation at the end of the year about the Celtic god of the forest. Go check it out. I'm not going to spend any time on that. I'm trying to get these readings down to a more digestible length. Go and look at the reading, Spirit says, okay, to learn more about that. So, Spirit's talking about your freedom, being renewed, becoming yourself once again. All the things that we know Capricorn is capable of in a youthful aspect, untamed, unruly, wild, and majestic. Those are the words that are coming through. All those things come through in a very positive way. Don't put any negative spin on it. It's not there. All right? And so the outcome card, standing next to the adventure of art, is the adventure of skill. And with these two prophecy cards in the spirit realm, we can see that the nature going forward, new life, new adventures, things coming into your realm of existence that bring to you the ability to go forward and create that which is meant for you. Look at that. The beautiful adventure of skill, fairly advanced in your skill set because of the transition you've been having all these years. And there's the beautiful little mouse, really happy, really eager, rubbing its hands together, and it has all the sustenance it needs. It sits in a little field of wheat. It's a mystical moment of forward motion because you have been empowered in all of these ways. Spirit always talks about the strength of the mouse, who is able to travel pretty much anywhere they want to go. They can climb up just about anything. They can shift their form, flatten their bodies out, fit through any little crevice. So, given that that's the outcome, this kind of an idea, I have a feeling next month, as we start the second quarter of the year, with this deep message, both the spirit theme and the outcome about adventures. Last month we talked about the swirl of energy, being able to stand in that place quietly and have the energy swirl around you. Now we have this notation this month about your energy being mingled again in the bridge card, the Sacred Alchemist, who is here to mingle the energy that's been swirling around you with the prophecy that comes forward about the place in which you will exercise, Spirit says, and activate your devotion. And if ever there was a set point that had to do with loving devotion as a way of life, it's a Capricorn. You devote yourself to that which you are seeking and that which you are building. And so, again, I'm gratified to see this coming forward in this way. So take a look at the bottom left, the revelation of knowledge. The energy moves upward through the lover of devotion and arrives into the realm of the prophecy about new skills, about you being liberated and beginning again. And on the bottom right, we see the beautiful courtship of knowledge, having been revealed to you, giving you a new foundation. You come to a new place of courtship with your energy set point, with your life, rising through, again, the lover of devotion, the way in which you perform your courtship with the deepest aspect of yourself brings you to this prophecy about manifesting your destiny, happiness, abundance, a fertile moment of destiny. And to confirm for us so that we have no doubt, the woman of skill who holds the spool of destiny in her hands. This is a very loud message from Spirit as far as I can feel coming through the energy. In some way, it is still very quiet. There's mystery here about what is unfolding. The triple spiral in the adventure of art is letting us know that change is upon us. And you are being given the knowledge and the foundation to form a new courtship with yourself because you've had to rediscover yourself and let go of all the things that were not working for you and develop something new. And now we see that we have the woman of skill winding the threads of your destiny, sandwiched in between two prophecy cards. And just to give note, one is feminine energy and one is masculine energy. Capricorn, I always say this, let me transition back. You guys blow me away. It's just so beautiful for me to experience the unfolding of the cards for you each month. And it's been an inspiration for me as a fellow earth sign, having some of the effects, not as much as you guys have, but some of the effects of Pluto driving my life. Crash and form, making me reconsider, causing me to go and step on a new pathway. This one, you've heard me say, I never thought, if anyone had told me, I would have said, no way. I'm a little Virgo. I want to hide in the woods. I don't want this kind of stuff going on in my life. And yet here I am because I had to reimagine my life. And this is what brings me happiness. So given the fact that the augury of art, the beginning of happiness, comes as the first card on the top row, the spirit line, reflecting. Okay, Spirit saying the application of the knowledge that has been revealed to you because of this journey and having it mingle in all of the deepest aspects of your life. I'm very eager to see what's going to happen in 2018. So Spirit's been talking about 2018 in sectors. A lot of words come in like that. So the first sector, the first quarter of the year, has been about finishing the assimilation of the journey of, last year, but for you, Capricorn, all the years since 2008, and being able to stand in this place of victory in order to have this new beginning that has been coming through. The words that I've been speaking, those are the messages that have come through, and now we're seeing it in the cards, and Spirit's referencing the kings, the three kings. That's a reference back to last year when the energy began to turn and we began to see the kings show up in your reading. And now you get to begin again. It's beautiful. And begin again in a much more positive aspect with the possibility of growth solidified by the accompaniment of Saturn. So, what I always say is, I don't know, I'm not an astrologer. These are the things that are channeling through. Go and check it out. Go to the internet and look. What's going on? The other thing that's true, and we don't see it in these cards, we see, or what's coming through for everybody is notation about the aperture of the moon. So I believe this year, as we go through the year, the energetic pull of the moon as we move through the cycles are going to be very important. There's something having to do with the swirl of that energy. Okay, Spirit keeps talking about aperture. So the opening and closing of the portal, in a sense, that is created by the pull of the moon. Spirit's talking to me about gravity and about how your life is being pulled in the direction it's being pulled. Obviously because of destiny, but also with accompaniment in all of these ways. Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there. Have a wonderful month. Thanks so much for all your continued love and support and all the messages on the thread. I want everyone to know I read those. I study those. You teach me a lot. Thank you for that. You inspire me, and thank you for that. I'll look forward to speaking with you again in April. Have a wonderful month.